In a recent video, I stack ranked the top 5 travel credit cards based on some specific criteria where you can get max value. In this video, I want to take it a step further and show you how one specific card truly blows away the competition. And stick around until the end, I'll even show you 3 hidden gem value points. But why should you listen to me? Well, I've used all of the cards that I reviewed and ranked in that last video. I earned millions of points and redeemed those points for incredible experiences. I max out the credits and the benefits with those premium tier cards, and I've done so over the course of many years and many different life situations. So whether you're single, jet setting with your player 2, or have a big family and just looking to optimize all things travel, I think you'll get some value here today. So what makes a credit card valuable, specifically the premium tier travel cards? Well, to define premium tier, the card needs to have premium protections, think trip insurance, purchase protections, primary or secondary rental car coverage, but more importantly, it unlocks some level of elite status, comes with different travel or lifestyle credits, and access to airport lounges. And in a perfect scenario, the card can do all of those things, while also generating positive value 2 to 3 to 4x over, which is why the Ritz-Carlton Card from Chase once again stops the show, takes the cake, drops the mic. Honestly, if you dig in, it's really not even that close with the other cards. Now, I realize you can't directly apply for this card. So if you love the value points and you want it tomorrow, there's no quick path. It'll take a few steps. First, getting a lower tier MARRIOTT card from Chase, having at least $10,000 in credit limit on that card, holding it for at least 12 months, then going old school, picking up the phone, calling Chase, and asking for a product change. Now, I have videos all about this stuff, so check those out or comment if you need any clarity. And for anyone that comes at me with the poor earning multipliers with the Ritz-Carlton card, how much do you actually spend on your other premium tier cards? And how much value does that generate? Okay, let's quickly recap the Ritz-Carlton card. And remember the value points I said earlier. Top level purchase protections and trip insurance. Honestly, best of the best here. But what about lifestyle or travel credits? How about a $300 travel incidentals credit that could be used for almost anything travel? More on this with a great data point here shortly. But we're not done with the credits yet. You also receive a free night certificate, good for 85,000 Marriott Bonvoy points. And here's just a few ways that you could use that. First, you could stay at the Ritz-Carlton Coconut Grove in Miami. On a Friday night in April, a beautiful time to visit, not too hot yet, but after the spring break chaos. Standard room at this Ritz, $776 a night, or 73,000 Marriott points. So you could use that free night cert to get nearly $800 in value, almost 2 times the annual fee on this card, or head to New York in late September, also a beautiful time to visit, and stay at the Renaissance Midtown. Beautiful hotel, great area, $931 per night, or 84,000 points. Perfect for that free night certificate. So both of these at a cent per point value are still over 1 cent per point. So it's still possible with Marriott, despite all the negative news about the weakening of the Marriott points. I've also talked about some other Marriott properties in New York, like the St. Regis, where you could use that free night cert, but comment down below if you've had some good or bad redemptions lately with Marriott. As for airport lounge access, this comes with the same airport lounge access as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but with even more value, which I'll get to shortly. As for the status, not the best. Gold Elite from Marriott, which does need to be upgraded. Gold won't get you much in the US, maybe a little bit when you're traveling internationally. But you get this card for the other value points and the returns and the straight up beauty of this card. Now, I mentioned a few secret value points. So there's 3 huge reasons this card is number 1. First, the travel incidentals credit can be used for just about anything travel. I used my credit this year for a specific Southwest Airlines flight, a purchase of just over $400. Now, I called the number on the back of the card, had 0 wait time, and a super friendly representative from Chase. I asked to have the credit applied to that specific airfare charge. The rep obliged, but also asked me if I would rather have that travel credit applied towards a Hertz rental car charge. But I selected the Southwest flight simply to see if this would work. Many people will tell you that it has to be for seat upgrades or checked bag fees, things like that. But this was straight up standard airfare on a flight purchased directly with Southwest Airlines. Now, the credit was applied within a few days, simple as that. Next, the airport lounge access is better than it is with the Sapphire Reserve. Arguably the best airport lounge access of any card in the game. Now here's why. Unlike the Sapphire Reserve, which allows guest access for up to 2 people in your party to get into the Sapphire Lounges, you can bring an unlimited amount of guests into the Sapphire Lounges with the priority pass that the Ritz-Carlton grants you. Now I assume each lounge has a cap. Comment down below if you've tested that limit. And the last huge value point here, and also unlike the Sapphire Reserve, you get free authorized users with the Ritz-Carlton. Now those authorized users are $75 with the Sapphire Reserve. So you can make your spouse an authorized user, you could make your kid or kids authorized users, and then each of you could take an unlimited amount of guests with you into one of these lounges and have a big lounge party. Now, speaking of these lounges, I haven't been to the San Diego location yet, but I've been to all the other Sapphire Lounges, including a recent visit to the Philly location, which was incredibly gorgeous. Totally different playing field than the Amex Centurion Lounges. This Philly location, a lot like the others, had great food and beverage offerings, an incredible bar, a beer garden, a little game area where you can take your kids, a spa, really nice bathrooms, great views of the runways at Philly. Just a truly beautiful lounge in a great location in an airport that really needed a lounge like this. The Centurion Lounge is just always so packed and so small. So we have a lower annual fee than the Amex Platinum, the Amex Hilton Aspire and Bonvoy Brilliant, and the Chase Sapphire Reserve, a more dynamic travel credit than the Venture X, and very similar to the Sapphire Reserve's credit. Free authorized users, an 85K free night cert, better lounge access than any of those cards I mentioned, including the Venture X. These Chase lounges are, again, just in a class of their own. All of that, plus it's easier to get positive value, and the only card that can get you those perks and more than 3x the return with very little effort. Now, if you want to see all those cards compared, check out this video here, and I'll see you there. Cheers.